I just spoke to the Banking Association about how human imagination is leading to incredible innovation that is changing business. So I gave a range of examples from the sci-fi movie past of the last 20 years and showed that the things that were just sci-fi not long ago are here today in real-life technologies. They're being fueled by a massive cost reduction in the cost of those technologies. And companies are applying those technologies to create new services that are actually highly disruptive to existing businesses. And so existing businesses sometimes meet a kind of disruption that is very explosive. So for example, Google Maps meeting TomTom navigation systems can be very disruptive, or Netflix meeting blockbuster video stores can be very disruptive. But most disruption is not that. Most disruption is traditional big companies where their profits get squeezed over time, and what we call compressive disruption, caused by big players like a Huawei or an Amazon entering the sector, or also by a lot of little players like fintech companies coming in. And so the conversation then was about, well, what do you do? And it turns out that using digital innovation alone is not enough. Using it in the right way is enough. And so using it alone by itself can be used to cut costs, to increase investment capacity, which you need, but you need to take that investment capacity, use it to grow the core business, but also to invent new business models as well. And the companies that manage that pivot from the core business to the new, by allocating capital properly from the core to the new in time, end up being the winners. And so what I essentially say in summary is that with innovation and CEO courage, we can achieve anything. Poland has a lot of advantages. Firstly, we measured the digital intensity of Polish banks and compared them to the worldwide banks. And Polish banks are, on average, much higher digital intensity than banks in the rest of the world. You have an active fintech sector, which is good, and you have a great educated workforce in the STEM disciplines, which is great. And all the big multinational banks in the world have operations in Poland. So in many ways, Poland is very well poised. But what I would suggest is that Poland needs to move from the digital experimentation phase into the radical adoption of digital to fundamentally change the business model to make sure that you continue to be winners in the future.